here from Niagara Falls Hypnosis Center. If you're watching this video, it means you just signed up for my 3 proven mental techniques to reduce anxiety quickly and easily. So let's get right to it. A few different techniques I want to teach. The first one involves taking any small object in your hand. And in this case, I'm holding my cell phone, but you can do it with a pen, you can do it with a pencil, you can do it with a ring, anything. And you just go back and forth like this. When you're feeling anxiety, go back and forth like this. Hand to hand, right to left to right, over and over again. This is called bilateral hemispheric stimulation. You see, anxiety, cravings, negative emotions, they all manifest themselves in one hemisphere of your brain, one half of your head. And what happens is when you go back and forth like this, you're stimulating, activating both hemispheres of your brain. So the side effect is the anxiety, the stress, whatever it may be, it's like the water just goes down a drain. It just dissipates really quickly and easily. Very simple. And of course, I promise being able to do these things anytime, anywhere. And if you're just kind of fiddling like this with a small object, nobody watching you is going to think you're doing a technique. They're just going to think you're just fiddling with a small object. So you can just do it in very minute movements like this. So that's the first one, very simple technique. The next one is called EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. So let's say you're feeling anxious. And if you're feeling anxious right now, we can do this as a live fire exercise. So go like this. Repeat my actions, repeat my words that I'm going to say. I just let this feeling go. I just let this feeling go. And it doesn't matter if you're doing right to left, left to right, it doesn't matter. I just let this feeling go. I just let this feeling go. And go to the top of the head and just begin tapping it. I just let this feeling go. I just let this feeling go. And then above the eye, I just let this feeling go. Right or left, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Both, just one. I just let this feeling go. I just let this feeling go. From the outside of the eye, I just let this feeling go. I just let this feeling go. Below the eye, I just let this feeling go. I just let this feeling go. Right below the nose, I don't need this feeling anymore. I don't need this feeling anymore. Right below the bottom lip, I don't need this feeling anymore. I just let this feeling go. And then down here, that little bony protrusion that comes here, not in the middle, that hurts, but right on either side, either rub it or tap it. I just let that feeling go. I just let that feeling go. And then to the side, like this, I just let that feeling go. And then the wrist, I just let that feeling go. And then this spot in your hand, just let that feeling go. EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, very simple. Shifts your state very quickly. And I could explain why this works, but trust me when I say that it does work wonderfully well. And if you're in public and you don't want to do all these weird little motions because it may look kind of funny in public, you can just do one. And now you're not doing a technique, you're just somebody just fiddling around, kind of fidgeting with your hands. It's not a big deal. Or you can go like this, and now you look like you're just lost in thought. Maybe here, or here, whatever the case may be, or even here. You're just somebody lost in thought, fidgeting, you're not doing a technique per se. Very simple to camouflage this, so you can do it anytime, anywhere. The next one is a little bit unusual. These are all kind of unusual, but this one's even more unusual. That involves using your imagination. So what I'd like you to do while you're watching this video, don't just watch it, actually participate with this. So I would like you to take a nice deep breath and allow your eyes to close and listen to the sound of my voice. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to think of a time in the past when you felt really relaxed. A specific location, a specific time of day, for instance. Maybe you're on a beach in September. Maybe you're on a cruise ship in July. Maybe you went to a really nice hotel on your honeymoon. Whatever the case may be, think about a place where you felt really relaxed. And once you can feel that relaxation, make it increase. Make it increase by making the visual things you would see if you were actually in that location even stronger. For instance, if you're on the beach, think about all the things you would see if you were on the beach. The sights and the look of the water, for example, on the beach. If you're on the beach and you would see the sand, what the sand looks like. If there's other people on the beach, what do they look like? All the things you would see on the beach. and really get into this. Really picture this in your imagination. Some people, when they picture things in their imagination, they can't picture things very clearly. It's a little bit more vague. That's okay. Just picture it as best as you can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And add in all the sounds you would hear if you were actually in that physical location. Again, the example I'm using is a beach. Yours may be different. If you're on the beach, imagine the sounds you would hear from the ocean, the sounds of people splashing in the water, for example. All the sounds you'd hear, sights and sounds, making them as real in your mind as you possibly can. Then add in all the things you would feel if you were actually on the beach. If you are in the water, that feels like against your body. Maybe the sand feels like beneath your body if you're sitting or laying down on the sand. The wind against your face, the sunshine against your face, sights, sounds, feelings, all the things you would experience if you were actually on the beach. And if you're really involved in this exercise, notice how much more relaxed you felt just a few moments ago. What we think about influences us physically. So if you think about something that worries you, like if you're the kind of person who has panic attacks, oh my goodness, when will my next panic attack occur? That's going to cause your body to feel more nervous. What we think about influences us physically. If you think about something that relaxes you, in my example I used the beach, your example may be different, then your body begins to feel more relaxed. Your brain begins sending signals down your body, and your body begins to respond in kind. So there's 3 very simple relaxation techniques. The back and forth stimulation, the bilateral hemispheric stimulation, that's a mouthful, I know. The EFT, the tapping technique, which has its roots in acupuncture, and also the mental vacation, imagining yourself sights, sounds, and feelings in that physical location begins to help you feel more relaxed. Now for a lot of people, this is enough. But for most of my clients that I see, this is merely a foundation to changing their lives for the better. And if that's you, if you feel you benefit more from having your life changed, I'd love to talk with you about this. I don't think everybody comes into my center, so I'd like for you to fill out the questionnaire right below this video. Fill out the questionnaire completely, click submit, and I will review it. And then once I review it, I will then contact you to set up an appointment for a free in-person screening. During that in-person screening in my office, we will determine together whether or not you're a good fit for hypnosis. I'll explain exactly how the mind works, how hypnosis falls into all this kind of stuff, how hypnosis can help you unlearn those old habits which are causing the anxiety to trigger during times when you don't need them. And you'll also learn some really neat techniques that you can do anytime, anywhere to reduce your stress, even above and beyond what you've learned here today. So go ahead and fill out that form. Click submit. I'll contact you for a free in-person screening, and we'll determine together whether or not hypnosis can help you. I look forward to meeting you soon. Thanks again. I'm Chris Johnson from the Niagara Falls Hypnosis Center.